The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. PHIVOLCS reports low-level activity in Taal volcano. 2 volcanic tremors were recently recorded, one of which is ongoing since Friday morning. The agency also logged a notable increase in the amount of sulfur dioxide emission of Taal. From an average daily emissions of less than 3,000, it rose to over 5,000 between May 22 and June 1. Taal volcano remains under alert level 1, which means sudden steam-driven explosions is possible. The number of individuals affected by Tropical Cyclone Betty continues to rise. As of Saturday morning, the NDRRMC reported that 1 individual had died while another was injured due to the weather disturbance. Over 100,000 people have been affected in the Cordillera, Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, Mimaropa, and Western Visayas. Meanwhile, the initial damage to infrastructure was estimated to be at around 68,000 pesos, while the damage to agriculture stands at 25,000. Betty, internationally named Mawar, is now barreling through Japan days after it left the Philippine area of responsibility. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The MMDA conducts cleanup operations at a creek in Taguig City to reduce flooding. JC Cosico with the report.
Cranes and floating excavators were used by the MMDA to clean up trash here at the Hagonoy Creek in Taguig City. Apart from heavy equipment, MMDA and local government personnel also helped in removing the rubbish which came from 9 barangays in the city. MMDA said the cleanup will take a week and that about 50 trucks or 600 tons of garbage may be collected. There are plastics, wood, and styro, which some residents said were secretly thrown in.
Minsan dyan po pumupwesto, sabay tatapon na lang po ng ganun, pasimple, titingin-tingin sa paligid.
These can result to flooding as trash may clog pumping stations. In fact, around 15 barangays may be affected should Hagonoy Creek overflow. However, the MMDA said it can't conduct massive cleanups often due to limited personnel and equipment.
Imagine niyo kung 71 pumping stations yan, sa 1 week ang isa. Hindi po namin kayang linisin buong taon. So, na every day or every month, there will never be enough equipment and for that para malinis siya on a daily basis.
The MMDA also said the garbage problem is becoming a cycle as people continue to throw their waste despite cleanup efforts. Taguig City, for its part, fines violating residents from 500 to 2,000 pesos or community service. However, the LGU said its enforcement remains to be a challenge.
Sa haba po ng waterway na ito and sa kakulangan din ho sa ating personnel, talaga hong may challenge tayo dyan.
And if there's a long-term solution to this problem, the authorities had this to say.
Yung pagbabago ng mindset ng tao, maging responsibilidad ng bawat isa, hindi lamang ng pamahalaan, yung pag-ensure na malinis yung daluyan ng tubig natin para maiwasan din po yung pagbaha.
Ngayon parang nawala ng pakialam di ba? Yung komo may kumukolekta ng basura, yung komo merong naglilinis ng basura. Para bang ang entitlement ng tao ganun na lang. Ang hiling lang natin pakikiisa ng lahat.
Meanwhile, the MMDA said it is ready for the onset of the rainy season. The agency is making sure that its 71 pumping stations are in full capacity.
Para po sa pagdating ng tag-ulan, hindi po tayo magmamadali, hindi tayo iipunan ng basura at hindi po mag-accumulate ang tubig na nagdudulot po ng pagbaha.
For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The Justice Department claims that suspects in the Digamo slay are being offered 8 million pesos each to take back their statements against Congressman Arnie Teves. One of the suspects' lawyers, former DOJ Undersecretary Reynante Orceo, dismissed this as a hearsay. A recent survey of the Octa Research Group finds that around 43% of Filipino households or 11.3 million Filipino families consider themselves poor. This shows a 2% jump from the 41% result obtained in a similar survey conducted in October last year. And Pagasa officially declares the start of the rainy season in the Philippines. The Weather Bureau says widespread rains due to Betty, southwest monsoon or habagat, and scattered thunderstorms signify the start of the wet season. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor today's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.